Hello everybody, this is Roberto Park with Innovative Sports Training. Time for another Health Detective Talk today. Today's topic is training hard versus training smart. And actually I thought about changing the title to living hard versus just living smart. And here's what I will talk about today. You work your butt off, you exercise, you're active, you feel as though you eat the right foods, you don't get the results, or maybe you've plateaued, you're not getting the results that you had in the beginning of doing your program. So you're just not getting things accomplished the way you want to accomplish them. So basically you've hit a wall. Well, let's look at the total disjointed puzzle here, try to put all the pieces together, because that's why people pay me to train them and to counsel them. I look at their lifestyle, I look at various aspects of their lifestyle, and we put the pieces of the puzzle together. Now keep in mind, I don't believe in cookie cutter programs. There is no one size fits all. Guys, that just doesn't work. Whether you're a high performance athlete or whether you're a person who sits at a desk all day and just wants to lose some weight. One size fits all does not work, and you can't do the same thing every day, week in, week out, month in, month out, and year in, year out. You have to change up what you're doing because the body will become too adaptive to whatever you're doing. So let's go into it. Now, you always want to train smart before you train hard. Look at the total aspect of what you want to accomplish. You have to establish some goals for yourself. That's when you come to me and say, Roberto, this is what I want. This is what I have. What are we going to do? I look at the variables. Your age plays a factor. Are you 10 years old? Or are you 50 years old? Or are you 70 years old? That does play a factor. Genetics. Now, one time we thought genetics was a huge factor. Now we're finding out that genetics is not a huge factor. It is still a factor. Okay? If your parents are 5 foot tall, both of them, you're probably not going to be 6 foot tall and play in the NBA, or 7 foot tall. That's just a fact. So genetics is a factor. We take that into account. Now, recently there's a thing called epigenetics. Now, epigenetics is basically lifestyle. Your diet, your rest, your stress levels, how you handle stress levels, those are epigenetics. It's more environmental. Ladies, this is a factor. Are you pre, peri, or post-menopause? That is a huge factor as to what type of program relative to exercise, eating, and being active you must have. And also in terms of how you handle stress. Gentlemen, are you andro or pre-andropause? Now, that's a term that's not thrown around very much as menopause, but andropause basically is how much testosterone do you have? If you're a younger man, you probably have a lot of testosterone. If you're an older gentleman, chances are you've lost some testosterone. That plays a factor in what we're going to do for your program. What is your metabolic type? Now, there's a lot of variables here just within that particular phrase. Your body type, your blood type, your immune system, how strong is your immune system, I should say. The nervous system, are you parasympathetic, are you sympathetic? I did a topic on that a few weeks ago. What type of hormonal dominance do you have relative to your cortisol or your adrenaline? So pretty much, once again, how do you handle stress? And are you stress reactive? Motivation. That's a big one. If you tell me you want to lose 50 pounds in the next 8 months, but you only exercise 1 day a week, and you're not very active, that's not very realistic. You're not very motivated. You've got to take a hold as to how motivated you are to do something, because that does play a factor in how I would design your program for you. Do you have an athletic background? Are you currently a competitive athlete? That is a big factor. Athletes tend to respond to certain types of workout programs better. Same if you have a past athletic experience. Keeping along the athletic line here, are you an occupational athlete? In other words, do you just pretty much work a regular job and that's your athletic performance every day? Are you a recreational athlete? Meaning you work a job, maybe you do some light training, and you're a semi-competitive person. Maybe you are involved in some triathlons. Maybe you're a jogger on the weekends. You're some sort of a weekend warrior type of athlete. Maybe you go cycling with a group of club of cyclists on the weekends. So you're a pretty active person. So that's what I call a recreational athlete. Or are you a competitive athlete? Are you heavily involved in sports? Are you training for a sport? Are you a professional athlete? Are you training for the Olympics? Are you a high school or middle school athlete? Are you a collegiate athlete? Are you trying to put weight on? Are you trying to lose weight? Are you trying to improve your speed, your agility? Those are factors. Now we put all this in a blender, or try to sort out the pieces, I should say. Maybe not blend it up too much. That will determine the type of activity that I will put you on, the amount of sets, the amount of reps, the amount of tempo, how fast or how slow you're going to move during your exercise or during your activity, the intensity, how much of a load you're going to be able to handle, rest intervals, the volume of your training, the frequency of your training, the duration of your training, and a biggie here, the amount of macro and micronutrient levels that I will put you on. So before I know this is pretty much how you're going to exercise, how active you're going to be, and the type of food you're going to eat, and how much food you're going to eat. Before I know this, I've got to know this over here. Age, genetics, epigenetics, pre, post, perimenopause, andro, pre-andropause, metabolic type, motivation, athletic background. Are you an occupational, recreational, or competitive athlete? We put the pieces of the puzzle together. This is why I don't like cookie cutter programs, and they don't work. Because all of you are your own individual type. What works for you may not work for your wife or your husband, or your daughter, or your son, or your brother, or your sister, or your best friend. That is why some people can do weightlifting and get great responses. That's why some people can do a keto or paleo and have great responses. That's why others can not do keto, paleo, and do great responses. So it all depends, guys. And some of this is going to be trial and error, guys. Even if you come to me and I design a program for you, it might take us several weeks or months to find the best fit for you, because some of it's going to be trial and error. The type of food you're eating, how active you are, how your body handles stress. So those are all factors. So once again, one size does not fit all. You've got to train smart first, and once you establish where you are, where you need to be, now you kick butt and train hard. Guys, I hope this has been informative to you. I would love to work with you or your family, whether you're a competitive athlete, an occupational athlete, or a recreational athlete. This has been Roberto Parker with another Health Detective series. Please contact me. I'm at 816-405-7703. My email is rwpsports@yahoo.com. Thanks a lot. God bless you and your families. Bye-bye.